As Vision 2020 is approaching here at Alton Central Schools, there will be many new additions to the school. Most notably the new sports complex that brings a new turf field, a new track, and a new addition to the school with a larger pool area. This is the current entrance to the sports complex as of now. As you can see, there is only one path that is entering the high school gym. In this Vision 2020 sketch, there will be an archway leading to many different new sports complex entrances. This is currently the back view of the weight room and current swimming pool. When construction is finished, however, there will be an addition on the back of the weight room that will add restrooms easily accessible from the new pool. The current pool is laid horizontally in perspective to the stands and is lacking a diving board. In this Vision 2020 sketch of the new pool, has the pool extended so that the pool can be laid vertically in perspective to the stands and will incorporate 2 diving boards and a larger stand section that holds up to 500 people. This allows Alton to be able to host ECIC and sectional tournaments in the future. Finally, the biggest renovation for this summer is the new turf field. Here is the current football field. The grass field and red track will be torn up in early May and replaced with this blue turf field with a red track. This field will model that of Boise State and will allow the football team as well as the boys and girls soccer teams to practice and play games on the new field. I got the chance to speak with Athletic Director Mr. Partel and ask him the importance of voting on the sports complex name and how the design will tie all the facilities together.
Well, the field here is really, it's supposed to be a point of pride for the community, and it really belongs to everybody, from the community sports that will come here and use it to the varsity, JV, modified sports teams, and particularly with the type of field it's going to be with the blue field is really going to set it apart from a lot of others. We hope it's a point of pride for the whole community. The design will bring together, of course, our football field where it's always been, along with our track. Those have always been there. But what it's going to allow us to do is also push our soccer program there. And the soccer program, of course, at the town level, in the recreation program, all the way up through our JV through varsity levels, has really blown up in size, and it gives a chance for those soccer athletes to also be on that field much more regularly. We've been doing the senior night games on the field for the past couple years, and those are always a big success for the parents to come out and see that. So it ties that together. It also gives us the chance to get sports practices out there in the spring. Right now in this season when it's so muddy and rainy, we'll allow our baseball and softball teams, our track team, to be able to get out there in the field a little bit earlier in the year and really start practicing before the ground has firmed up and everything. With thought towards that several years ago, they actually put the new lights in, and they backed those up a little bit from the field enough to allow for a new field if and when we got the approval to do so. So the new lights have already made an impact on that. Once you get the field in there, it's going to allow, the bleachers are going to remain the same, but it will allow, again, for a lot more of those sports events to be on the field. So there's better seating for soccer. So as opposed to being at field level, you're now going to be elevated to be able to see the game better. The soccer will now have a running clock on the field, as opposed to they haven't at our primary school or our high school or the town park fields where we've been. They're also directly accessible to the new concession stand that can be opened by different clubs and organizations during the games, the new restrooms. So all of this is now being tied together in one facility to be able to use that. For the track and field team, it allows us to host big meets. It's much more spectator friendly in the sense that you've got all your jumping areas put together, as well as the throwing areas are much more put together on the one end of the field. And we're hoping that's just a better experience for spectators, in addition to not only the athletes and the coaches and the people involved with the game.
Reminder to those voting that this Vision 2020 project was already voted on and does not affect anything with the taxes and current budget. Come out to vote on the naming of the athletic complex on May 21st. From Wax News, I'm Alex Sepko.